The Amazon Conservation Team presents Living Territories, a podcast series that recounts the dreams behind the processes of official expansion and establishment of indigenous territories in Colombia. In this episode, the inhabitants of the Inga Reserve of Yurayaco in Caquetá tell how the expansion of their territory, made official on December 10, 2020, has enabled them to take care of their culture and their community. In the words of community member Yair Salazar Jacanamijoy,
El territorio para nosotros es todo.
For us, the Inga people of Caquetá, the territory is everything. It's where we find life, where we find everything we need to survive.
And Reserve Governor Carlos Cortez.
Es la garantía de vida.
It's the guarantee of life, of the hope that one has of not truly disappearing as an indigenous people, and that guarantees us that the new generations will also have the opportunity to enjoy a territory.
And community member Nelcy Mendez.
Porque los otros sin territorio no somos nada.
It is a blessing from God, because without territory, we are nothing.
They are the inhabitants of the Inga Indigenous Reserve of Yurayaco, a territory of life, culture, and biodiversity that the Inga had dreamed of expanding for years. This place, whose name means clear waters, represents the way of life that the Inga people dreamed of, the path ordained by traditional healers and knowledge keepers of this people. Yair continues, followed by community members Brian Yair Salazar and Fidelia Chalita.
Porque en ella encontramos todo lo sagrado.
The importance of acquiring the territory has been great, because in it we find everything sacred, and specifically, we speak of the ambihuasca, which is the sacred plant that we use to develop our traditional medicine, so that traditional doctors not only can heal both the spiritual and the corporeal part of people, but also be able to protect everything that is found in the territory.
Sembramos nuestros alimentos, tenemos nuestra fuente hídrica.
It's through the territory that we can cultivate our food, that we have our water sources.
Porque si nosotros no tenemos territorio en que vamos a sembrar los frutos.
Because if we don't have territory in which to cultivate, where will we obtain our medicine? We can't obtain our medicine if we don't have a place to grow it.
Yurayaco is special. Its territory is connected to the first national park of Colombia, designed to protect traditional culture and medicine, the Alto Fragua Indihuasi Park, which means the House of the Sun. For the Inga people, the expansion of their territory was one more step in their life process, in defense of their ancestral culture, the Inga identity, their children, and the natural environment that surrounds the reserve. In the words of the community members Dioselina Penagos and Azael Delgado,
Esa alegría de tener la tierrita ahora es para el sustento también de nuestros hijos.
It is said that an indigenous person without territory is not indigenous. That joy of possessing the land now is also joy for the sustenance of our children.
La importancia de nuestro territorio.
The importance of our territory is our life, and not only of our life, but also that of the animals.
For this community, the protection of life and ancestral knowledge is based on respect for the territory and all the beings that inhabit it. Yair Jacanamijoy continues.
Se puede vivir de él sin necesidad de destruirlo.
Through the territory, we can teach and disseminate knowledge on how a territory is managed and conserved, that it is possible to live from a territory without the need to destroy it, because we have been able to live from it through traditional practices. And this has also enabled us, through that experience, to show our neighbors that there are also ways to work the land through sustainable production systems.
For this people, the expansion is only the first step in what they dream of for the future. It is a means to strengthen their educational system, as they do at the Yachaykuri school, which is located in the reserve. It is the way of taking care of Mother Nature, which provides them with medicine and food. It is the way to protect their territory and thus life. Azael and Nelcy continue.
Yo fui una persona que me enamoré del territorio.
I was a person who fell in love with the territory. It has been a collective effort of the people because it was many people who knocked down the barriers at different levels. I feel proud that we achieved the dream of having a large reserve.
Es lo único que ya nos queda para las nuevas generaciones.
It is the only thing that we have left for the new generations that they value, that they may know everything that this spiritual treasure possesses.